I should be able to make a jump from here. That a barrier? Bet she did that.
Das Schleichen. Vogelkafig Echo.
Better do this fast. Trace on. Structure established. Reinforce object complete.
Fixerum aile salve.
Man, this so isn't a fair fight!
Finally decided to show yourself. About time. You're not going to win this. It's clear, so just put down that ridiculous weapon. Wake up, Emiya. You don't stand a chance against me.
Well, we won't know for sure unless I try, will we? Besides, you're the one who was out of breath a few minutes ago, not me.
All right, fine. As you wish. I had intended to go easy on you, but clearly that's not something you respond to. I want to apologize up front. If my aim's off and I accidentally kill you, don't take it personally.
You really are serious about this?
Quite serious. It's about time that sunk in. Don't worry. I'll probably just rip the nerves out of your arms. That's preferable to losing your life, right? This is your last chance. Hand over your command seals.
My command seals? No way, that's one thing I won't give up!
And why not?
Because to give you that is to betray Saber, and I won't do it!
I'll give you to the count of 3. You'd better figure out rather quickly how this will end. So 1, and 2, and now 3. Well, Emiya, what is it?
Tosaka, someone's here.
It sounded like a scream. Hey, you don't even know where they are!
Not exactly, but I know that it came from down here.
Well, wait for me, you idiot! If you go alone...
You think she just passed out or something?
No, of course not. Someone tried to drain her life from her. Basically, they were after her mana. If we leave her like this, she'll die.
Really? But there's not a scratch on her.
Externally, she's fine, but internally, most of her has been consumed. Step back. I can help with this.
That look on her face is so serious. For some reason, I feel like I've experienced that look myself.
I can't concentrate. Emiya, shut that door for me.
Yeah, sure.
What just happened? Emiya, will you look at your arm? There's a hole in it!
Tosaka, take care of that girl!
Emiya, your arm!
What kind of crazy lunatic would throw a spear at somebody's face? He's still around here. I don't know why, but somehow I can sense it. Whoever it is, it's the same person who attacked that girl and threw that spear at Tosaka. They're not far away either. Maybe behind the archery club. I'm getting closer. I can feel it. Shinji. Hey, Shinji, you there? I thought that you were out sick today or something. Ah! What the? Is that a servant? Where is she? Where'd she go? Wherever she is, I can feel her watching me. Man, this blows. I can't go up against a servant. I don't stand a chance. The next time she attacks me, that's it. I'll be dead. There's nothing I can do. Hey, wait. I can use one of my command seals and summon Saber.
If you find yourself in a position that could be dangerous, I want you to summon me.
No, I can't do it. I won't bring her into this. I've got a weapon and I'm still able to move. I just need to take the fight someplace else. I'm at too much of a disadvantage out here. If I summon Saber, it'll only be after I've extinguished all my options.
I'm surprised. Aren't you gonna use one of those command seals?
I hate to disappoint you, but those things are precious. I don't want to waste one on something as trivial as this.
Careful with that bravado. It will only lead to regret.
Stop hiding and show yourself!
I guess it's bad form to go all out on a master without his servant. So I will try a different approach. I'll make your death as painless as I possibly can.
Guess I was worried for nothing. Compared to the other servants I've run into, you're not even close to a threat. I think I can make it. I'm almost there.
Actually, that's as far as you go. There'll be no escaping. You've been my prisoner from the very beginning.
What are you talking about?
Not very bright, are you? The weapon I drove into your arm back in that classroom is a spike attached to my chain.
That thing's still there?
Well, aren't you brave? Do you always choose the most painful option available to you? By the way, I would like to address a little comment you made earlier, suggesting I might somehow be inferior to other servants. Perhaps you'd like to reevaluate that position now.
That'll hold it for now. So, who was that woman?
I'm not really sure. She seemed like a servant to me.
With a master?
Maybe. It all happened so fast.
I see. Well, this doesn't exactly surprise me. I already knew there was another master at school.
How did you know that?
You must have felt it when you came to school. The barrier covering the campus?
Yeah. Something did strike me as odd this morning. So whoever attacked that girl today has to be the same person who's putting up the barrier. And by the way, how is that girl?
Don't worry about it. She's gonna be all right.
That's good to hear.
Hey, what's going on? Why are you looking at me like that? Let's get one thing straight right now. I didn't put up that barrier.
No, that's not what I was thinking. I know that's not the kind of thing you would do.
Then what's the look for?
Is this round 2? Before this all happened, you were gonna kill me.
Oh, right. Actually, I've kind of lost interest in that, so why don't we just call it a day?
All right, then.
Let's go, before my spell wears off.
Huh?
If that wound gets infected and you die, I don't want to be the one responsible for it. It's almost completely healed. So does it hurt?
Not really. It's actually feeling pretty good right now.
The same thing happened when Berserker nearly sliced you in half. Emiya, your body has an unusual ability to heal itself. The only thing that makes sense to me is that somehow or another Saber's power has the ability to transfer from her body to your own.
I don't know if I'm fully grasping this, but does this mean that as long as my pact with Saber is in effect, then any wound I receive will just heal up on its own?
Basically, but I wouldn't rely on it too much if I were you. If Saber is the one who's healing you, then whenever you get hurt, it's her mana that gets depleted in order to save you. Do you see how that becomes a serious problem?
I think so. Every time I get hurt, I'm draining Saber's mana, and I'm not doing anything to replenish it.
Precisely. So no more crazy stunts.
About this other master we've got at school. Do you have any idea who it is or what his background might possibly be?
I can just sense his presence. I can't pinpoint exactly who it is yet. All I know for sure is that their presence is hostile. They would have to be if they're willing to sacrifice every student in school just to strengthen their own servant.
What? He's sacrificing the whole school? How is that even possible?
Think about it. That barrier extends across the entire campus. It doesn't seem to me that the barrier's complete yet, but once it is, whoever created it can drain the life of every single student that's within the campus walls.
Well, I'm not just gonna stand by and let him do that.
I don't intend to turn a blind eye either. I want to destroy it before it's activated. That's why I was poking around after everyone had gone today.
Oh, so that's why you were there so late.
Essentially. Of course, that all changed when I saw a master strolling the halls without his servant and without a care in the world, so I got a bit distracted and ended up losing my temper.
Sorry.
I have a proposal for you. Why don't we call a truce for now?
You want to call a truce?
I do. After what happened today, we've both revealed ourselves to the enemy as masters. This master we've got at school is a truly vile piece of work, and I want to make sure that he's thoroughly dealt with before I move on to anything else. So if you do agree to this, I'd like for us to take out this master together.
It's a good idea. I think that I'd feel better knowing I had you on my side anyway.
Hold on. This doesn't mean that we're allies now. This is just a temporary ceasefire until we're able to destroy the barrier surrounding the school.
So basically, the enemy of my enemy is still my enemy.
Of course it is. On the other hand, as long as there's a truce, you have my help. Just as long as you don't do something to betray me.
Okay. Well, let's call it a truce then. It'll be good working with you.
Fine. Just be sure to make yourself useful to me while this truce is in effect.
You got it.
Hello, Saber. Something wrong?
Shiro should have been home by now. I'm wondering if something has happened.
He's probably just working late again. On to something more important. What do you think Sakura has cooked for dinner?
I have been smelling what I believe to be the scent of frying tofu for a while. It is a smell so wonderful that it can encourage hunger in even the fullest of stomachs. My guess is that it's one of Sakura's special dishes.
And right you are! Sakura! Is that tofu gonna be ready anytime soon?
I didn't expect you to interfere. Not to worry. Preparations on campus are nearly complete.
Oh, now I get it. What you're trying to tell me then is that you're not the legitimate successor to Amagus, right? So then what exactly happened? Did your father pass away before he could hand his Magus seal down to you?
Basically. But I don't think he would have passed his seal on to me even if he had a chance to do it. My old man really was against the idea of me becoming a Magus.
No wonder you've got the skills of a rank amateur. That also explains why you know so little about magical lore.
Yep. Reinforcement spells are about all the magic I've got. When you and I were fighting today, I reinforced a desk.
Stop! Why in the world were you about to reveal this to me?
Well, why shouldn't I?
Just because there's a truce going on between us right now doesn't change the fact that ultimately you and I are still enemies. And besides, a Magus should never reveal the type of spells that they're capable of. There's no advantage to it.
But if we're gonna work together, don't you want to know what magic I can do? It was my old man's belief that magic should never be one of those things you feel you have to go out of your way to hide.
He said that to you. And actually meant it too?
Yep. I think it was his way of telling me not to get too wrapped up in the rules. He even told me that I could quit my magical training whenever I wanted.
You can't be serious.
Tosaka.
Your father was no one I would ever call a Magus. And because you were trained by him, then neither are you.
What are you getting so mad for? Look, I'm the first to admit that I'm not a Magus, but that doesn't mean...
That's not what I'm mad about. You're missing the point. I'm sorry. I lost my temper for a moment.
Well, if I'm missing the point, what exactly is it?
You have to understand that when you're a Magus, your magic doesn't exactly belong to you. It's essentially the cumulative experiences of your whole family, passed down from one generation to the next. One of the main responsibilities a Magus has is to pass this knowledge down to the next generation. But your father, he didn't do that. He turned his back on that commitment. And for me, well, that's unforgivable. Your father made a decision. He prioritized fatherhood over the more significant role of being a Magus.
Tosaka.
I'm sorry. I know that taking this out on you won't change anything.
Listen, I understand. I should really be heading home.
Very well. Any information we uncover about this new master, we can exchange at school. We can meet on the roof tomorrow during our lunch period. Will that work?
That'll work just fine.
Okay, Archer.
Ah!
Emiya is going to be working with us for a little bit. Escort him home, will you? And don't try to attack him or anything.
Fine. I can manage that.
I can take it from here. Go back to Tosaka.
I'd planned to do that from the very beginning. I have no intention of taking orders from you.
You bastard.
From what Rin had told me, I imagined you to be a pacifist who lacked the ability to hurt a fly. But it seems you're quite capable of sensing when someone's hostile towards you.
Listen, if you want to fight me, I'll take you anytime. You got that? I only care about putting an end to these Grail Wars as quickly as possible.
And you think you can do this without losing a single life, or without losing your own life?
You think I can't?
I'm not here to talk about how utterly naive you are. I just want you to answer one question for me.
What's that?
I heard that you didn't use a command seal during your fight with Ryder. And as foolish as you are, I don't think you are so foolish as to think you can take out a servant on your own. So why didn't you summon Saber?
None of your business! Last thing I gotta do is answer to you.
That's alright, I think I can guess. Rather than make someone else suffer, you thought it was more heroic to grit your teeth and bear the pain yourself. You make my skin crawl.
I don't have to stand here and take this kind of crap.
Having a master as immature as yourself must be a burden to Saber.
What are you talking about? I'm not a burden to her. The less she has to stick her neck on the line for me, the better.
And you're telling me Saber feels the same way about this? What's the point? Nothing I say to you is gonna get through your head anyway. Tell me, do you really intend to end the Holy Grail Wars without ever having to fight?
I didn't say that. When the time comes, I'll fight.
Yes, but you won't kill anyone.
You got a problem with that?
You think all you have to do to save the world is simply shoulder all its pain yourself. Wake up. The more you cling to these overly idealistic notions, the more devastating it'll be for you when these notions clash with reality.
You don't know what you're talking about!
I know that the path you've chosen isn't what it appears to be. Ideals that don't account for the true nature of humans crumble in the face of reality. Knowing all this, are you still willing to follow down that same road? Well, Shiro Emiya?
You're back, Shiro. You're later than you said you'd be.
Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't mean to make you worry, Saber.
Shiro, I'm just glad you're safe.
Knowing all this, am I still willing to go down that same road? What the hell was that bastard trying to get at?
Fate, stay night. Next time, Despicable Acts.